Big Sean, for you in music, like, can you sense when, okay, the crowd's rocking, they're with me, or rough night? Like, how do you probably don't have those as of late, but earlier on in your career, how'd you manage those?
Life is full of gut punches, so it's like sometimes things go up, go down, and you realize that you gotta embrace that it's all a roller coaster, you feel me? And it's just a part of that journey, part of that ride. So, you know, I think times like starting out when I would perform at like crowds would be like, you know, sometimes I remember I was on tour. I guess it was like my tour before my first tour when I had like was heavy on the mixtape circuit, and I had like a crazy show in Utah or somewhere like that. And then I had a show in Arkansas or something, and it was like 6 people in the crowd. And the show before was like crazy, and it was just like a good reality check for me because it didn't discourage me, it just like reminded me. And they were like, you don't have to go out there and perform if you don't want to. It's only like, you know, it was probably like 30 or 40 people. I'm probably exaggerating how low. It was like a few people out there, like small
6,
venue. Yeah, it felt like 6. And they was like, you don't have to go out there if you don't want to. And I'm like, nah, if it's like one person out there, I'm gonna go out there and do that
like
shit.
It's a million, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, because I always look at it as opportunity. Like, every crowd is an opportunity, no matter how big or how small, that people may have thought you were okay, may have thought you were decent, and then they could walk away and be like, damn, he actually surprised me, or he actually, you know, or for the people who are real fans, it's like, oh, he actually delivered, like, you know, and it changed my life, so it's like I want to keep delivering for them the way they deliver, and for me, you know.
Yeah, you just never know who in the crowd, too, you know? It's
Never
like,
know.
That one person could be that next potential deal, endorsement, whatever, and they see the way you handled a small audience and how you graced the stage and you just performed like it was an arena.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of artists start as that, you know? Like, Amine told a story about how he was an intern at Def Jam, and he was a delivery person. He was working and just delivering food, and he delivered a sandwich to me, and I tipped him $20. And he was like, that $20 saved my life. I remember I was on the phone with J. Cole, and he was like, I watched you. J. Cole's older than me, but he was like, I was sitting watching you, you know, give a speech somewhere in New York. And it's just like, you never know who be in the audience, who watching you, who you inspires. And it's just like, you never know who is what. You know, I've seen the intern go to the CEO. I've seen the CEO go to back to an intern, you know what I'm saying? The game is vicious, you know? And there have also been times where I've got hired for jobs, like for campaigns, just based off of how I treated a person who may be in that position to pick who's gonna be the star of the campaign. Like, you know, you never know who's who. That isn't the reason to treat people right, though. I feel like the reason to treat people right is just because, you know, it passes on. That energy is contagious, you know? It's like that feeling is contagious, and when you carry that mentality, it's like it's spread, and that's just how everything, these blessings keep coming in, you know?
Sebastian, do you remember, we know you've sold
he went
10
crazy.
shows at the Garden and sold all these things.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first bomb of a show, your first early on, a show that didn't go well?
Yeah, early on it was rough. It was college. I performed in front of an all-black room, which this is the first time ever performing, and a black audience will let you know right up front.
Yes, we will.
If you suck or not.
Yeah.
So they were screaming Sandman, which I didn't know what that was at the time.
Apollo, like Sandman, yeah.
So they were waiting for a guy.
And you didn't know what it meant at the time.
No, I'm like, you know, I was trying to make it.
You like Sandman, like sleeping, like a dream.
I'm listening to Sandman screaming and trying to figure out where to go and whatnot.
Like next, yeah.
But yeah, it was an awful experience, and yeah, it takes those growing pains to kind of get to where you want to go. But I wanted to ask you, are you when you put tickets on for a show, are you worried at all? Are these gonna sell? I'm constantly on Ticketmaster looking at blue dots. Trying to figure out if this show's gonna sell out or not, because I feel like if it don't sell out, it's like, I fell short.
Yeah, no, I think that's a real feeling, but you also gotta remember how competitive the market is and how much people do not have money to go see people anymore, and how accessible the internet is. So it's really, the game has changed so much because you know, for example, like I don't want to put no names out there, but like one of the biggest festivals that always sells out hasn't sold out the last couple years, and it's because, you know, it's not because it's a whack festival. It's one of the greatest festivals of all time, but it's just people are hurting right now. Like the economy isn't the best, you know, unfortunately, and it hasn't been for a while, and people are suffering. Cost of living is going up.
Yeah.
Groceries are going up. Everything is going up, and wages aren't going up, you know? So I don't get offended sometimes when, you know, and then so that's why I'm super thankful when it does blow out, you know, like how you get you know, all these shows at the Garden and sold all these tickets. It's like, that's real dedication, you know? And I feel like it more back in the day, you might have had more of a casual buyer. Like, yeah, I just want to go out. Oh, he's performing, I'll check it out. Now it's like, I feel like these people are really tuned into you. And that's I feel like this is the most important time to cater to your audience. And that's like something I've been like realizing. Like, it don't matter if it's an arena, if it's like a club, like just cater to your audience, and you know, you gonna impact who you meant to impact, and everything else is just like the sprinkles on top, you feel me? Everything else is just like extra.
And speaking of audience, like Kof, like coming out of Queen Sugar, like I went to Essence Fest and I seen like fans going crazy. Like you had like eight body
going crazy.
Everybody guns.
Right. Let's be real.
I'm like, bro, like it's like you had dropped an album or something, but they was just going so crazy. After coming out of a show like that and doing other films, like, are you trying to carry those same fans to the next projects?
It's a good question, man. Yeah. See, I'm not a musician. I'm not a comedian, so like everything.
You're creative though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we all are.
Everything we do is in private. You know, we're on set. It's really controlled. It's like it's not a live event, but I think I take a really holistic approach to the thing. You know, I guess what I'm trying to say is like that's unexpected. Like Essence is unique in the sense of like a lot of what we do creatively is in our head. It's in our hearts. It's in a controlled environment. You don't really get those rewards instantly. You know what I'm saying? So seeing people do all of that, that's great and all, but I don't do it for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do it for that, but I'll put it this way. Looking back and watching my journey, as Sean was saying, you have to be grateful for your audience. And sometimes I think I take it for granted, or especially in the past. So as I've gotten older, or as I'm getting older, I realize that's a blessing. These people don't have to you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, not only do they have to not f with you, it's like, I always think about myself when I be at shows and like the energy be up. And I be thinking when I go to shows, I don't be like that. I don't be like,
just
that shit comes and it goes.
Observing.
It comes and it goes.
Yeah, for sure.
It don't matter how much that's happening. One day I'm gonna be 60. There's gonna be somebody who's 20, and there's gonna be somebody who's 30, and so it's like, it's nice, and enjoy it while it's there. But that can't be the motivation.
Right.
And most importantly, I want those people to grow with me.
Absolutely.
So it was shocking. When that happened, I was 21, 22. Girls Trip just came out, and I was just like, my mom right there, people, they was beating her up. I'm like, yo, that's my mom. Like, they jumping on top. But like, now looking back, which is 8 years, I'm like, that felt like a dream. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's still love and it's still woo, but like, you gotta just take it season by season and